Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 11 of 30 Days of Sketches with Kristy's Beautiful Life, series 16. These are all double sketches, and today's sketch is by Tara with Tara Scraps, and it is a lovely hexagon sketch, and I am going to document some pictures of my new grandson. I know you're shocked. This is like the first pictures of him on his very first day on this earth, and I am using Print Shop by Vicki Boutin. I've got loose papers, I've got a paper pad, I've got random embellishments left. Like, I have quite a few, but like they're getting narrowed down to ones that are a little harder to use in some cases. So I'm working on trying to use up some of those. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, I have my pictures, and this really cool sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I cut out some hexagons on my Cricut, and I selected these papers because the sketch pretty much calls for like some kind of a color back there, and well, at least to me, and I didn't want to do white because I've got this white based paper that I'm using that's for the hexagons. It's got the wordy bits, and then I have this other one that's fully white, but I'm going to do some things to that so it will really not be white. I wasn't worried about that, but I didn't want to do white. And then I have a black hexagon, so I didn't want to do black, so I decided I had 3 of these papers with the circles on it, and I thought that I would use this, so I am perfectly fine with that. Brought in some yellow, quite a bit of yellow, and that is fine. So I did start off by taking this white hexagon that I had cut out. This one is 10 inches. I think they're 10, 9, 8, and 7, maybe 9.5. I'm using Speckled Egg and Salvage Patina. There is a little of another blue that was on my blending brush that's on this right here. So it's a little darker than just when I use the 2 Speckled Egg and Speckled Egg, I just said it, and Salvage Patina. So you're going to see that blend here in just a minute, but this has a little bit of a darker blue that was on the blending brush. And so there's a little bit of that in the background, so it's a little bit darker, but I wanted something that would kind of go with the bluey color that is in this collection. Plus, at least 2 of us are wearing blue, and there's of course blue in the blanket where he's wearing around him. So I was good with having that blue plus the Speckled Egg and Salvage Patina. And then I just laid the hexagons down very similarly to the way that she has them in her sketch. I have this large one with the wordy bits that goes over, so I cut it off and then add it on, and then do the same with the striped one here. Mine aren't exactly the size of her. Some look a lot bigger than what I have, but I was happy with this. And the way I trimmed them on my Cricut, I can still use the papers they came from for like matting a layout, because I put it right square in the middle so that right square in the middle, so that I can still have a border on the outside to put a layout down on there, so I'm not, using up the paper in a weird way. So this is just Speckled Egg and Salvage Patina that I'm using because I wanted to mat my pictures. I matted them on star paper, which is the star paper that's on the left layout, but because the wordy bit paper is background white, that is kind of blending in, so I wanted to put it on something else, but I didn't necessarily want to do black because I've already got this black hexagon on the bottom corner of the left layout. So I decided I would just make my own paper that matches really well with the collection and goes with that bigger hexagon, but it's not exactly the same, but it is a very close match to that Speckled Egg looking color stripe in the hexagon in the middle. So I've matted my pictures, I put them down, and then I am just going to start embellishing. I found a title right away that I thought was absolutely fitting for this layout. And then I have this little date thing that says today, and then there's like a little journaling space, and then it's got the date. So I was able to circle the September and the 23 because that's when my little dude was born. And So that was really one of those things I can use. And then I thought it's perfect because my title is The Small Things. And so I thought using this little ruler on here would be a good fit and kind of gives me a little table to put my title. So I put the word "the" across the top of the picture, and you can't see it right now because of the sketch, but you will in a minute. And then the word "small" and things. And so that's one of the little titles that came with this collection. And I thought that was pretty fitting because he was very small, and is still pretty darn small. He's lost some weight and gained some weight, and he's back up to above his birth weight, so we're good with that. And then I had these random stars left over from where I fussy cut them out on a layout, I don't know, a month or two or even more ago, and just left them with the collection because there's no point in tossing them. And they worked perfectly because it brings that star pattern over here and breaks up that black hexagon in the bottom. And then I put a couple up at the top, and then I put one up in above the picture of my daughter and her boyfriend and my sweet baby Apollo. Oh, he's so cute. So anyway, this is my sister and my mother on the left layout, and then me and my daughter and her boyfriend and Apollo, and then her dad. And so I thought that this was a good fit for this layout. And then I put like little things on here, like above my picture says "My Joy," and below her dad's picture says "Happy," and then above their picture I'm gonna write Dad and Mom with a little heart, and then I write everybody's names below their picture. Obviously we know who we are, but for future purposes, and it kind of gives a little extra thing. I don't know if these will go in a baby book for him, or if they will go in my, chronological book. I'm not really sure. So I put some journaling space on here. I journal on this little card and just says, "Our sweet boy was born at 12:30 p.m. He was ready for the world, and our hearts are so full," which is absolutely true. And like I said, I circled the September and the 23. And then over on these other ones next to my mom's picture, I just wrote that, my daughter had gone in the hospital on the Sunday the 22nd. And she called me on Monday morning and said that she wasn't leaving the hospital without the baby in her arms. And so I left work and headed that way because she hadn't gotten very far. So we weren't sure if they'd actually keep her after Monday, that we thought that there was a chance they'd send her home. But they said, "Nope, he's going to come before you leave today." And they started inducing at like, I don't know, 10:30, and he was here at 12:30. So, he was ready, and so were we, I suppose, as ready as we could be. And the love of my life, you all. Anyway, I'm trying not to wax poetic about how much I love that kid. So, but it is what it is. It's fine. And I'm enjoying documenting all these pictures. So anyway, I'm using the Enamel Accents by Ranger. I've used some white ones in the bottom left corner and up in the top right corner of the right layout. And then I brought the black ones out, and added those in there, and then added a couple little hearts here and there. And that is it. I love the way this turned out. There's lots and lots of patterns on here. So there is that strip in the middle, like that black strip that she's got on the sketch. I did not put that on here. I just felt like there was a lot going on already. So, but here is the close-ups. Look at that little dude. Anyway, I would love it if you'd go check out everybody else who is hopping along with 30 Days of Sketches. And, of course, go check out Tara at Tara Scraps. And also, I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layouts. This one's coming up late on... Actually, by the time it loads and posts, it'll come up a day late, but that's fine. So I'm trying to get them up there every day, but last night was exhausting, and so... I was tired and just couldn't get it done, but here it is now, and you'll see tomorrow's, which is Saturday the 12th. You'll see that at some point too. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrappy.